Howdy everybody. Last night, believe it or not, I saw Magic Mike. And I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. I'm going to give it a solid 6. Anything amusing I have to say about the film is just the audience. I was the only man in the theater, and I mean literally the only man. And I walked into that theater, and there were just, I would say, probably 8 to 10 women in groups spread throughout the theater, a smaller theater. And when I walked in, they just all looked at me and wondered what the hell I was doing there. So I found that personally amusing. Just that one, I was the only dude in the audience, and that all these women are just looking at me and just wondering what the hell I'm doing there. So I kind of enjoyed that. It was just a unique, I will give it this, it was a unique theatrical experience, because the ladies in the house were very loud, very excited, very happy to be seeing Magic Mike. So I don't know, it was like the film was definitely entertaining, but the audience I'd say was even more so entertaining. I enjoyed the film. It's about life as a male stripper in Florida, Tampa, to be exact. Just basically, yeah, just about life as a stripper. The problems you deal with that. You've got one who's wanting to get out, and a younger character who's just coming in. So again, that's pretty much what it's about. The reason I wanted to see this, and I mean, I didn't even, I understand that it's a film about male strippers, but if I am to believe the hype, this is Steven Soderbergh's retirement film. He doesn't really want to make movies anymore, or at least he wants to take a super long break. He has been working a lot in pretty much overdrive for what seems like the last decade, so I guess he's earned himself a break. I certainly hope he doesn't retire. I don't think, even though Magic Mike was good, I don't think Magic Mike is the film you want to, leave as your capstone. But still, it's a Steven Soderbergh film. And as always, visually, you can tell a Steven Soderbergh film rather instantly. There's still a lot of pastels. It seemed like to be divided. Whenever it wasn't a choreographed dance number, basically when there wasn't stripping going on, when there wasn't male stripping, and in the nightclub it was, very shiny, lots of reflections, lots of well, I don't know what to call it, but it backlighting, where you're looking into the light and it causes the light to go into the camera, making certain visual effects, optical illusions, if you will. There's a lot of that going on. And then whenever you leave the club, it's a Steven Soderbergh film. Pastel colors, tight shots on the face, long, shots, in terms of time, just watching, expression, watching acting. Sometimes dark, grainy. Again, just undeniably a Steven Soderbergh film. I think he's got this true visual style that, well, for better or worse, he just won't let go of. And so that's fine. I think he made The Limey, and Limey is one of my favorite films of all time. So he's kind of earned a pass for me. I'll go see his stuff, even if it, has a lot of man-ass. There is a lot of man-ass. I will tell the guys listening, if you ever have, hesitations, complications with wanting or having to see the film, perhaps you have someone in your life who definitely wants to see it and you have to sit through it. I will say that, to be realistic, for every, two man-asses you have to see, you at least get to see one set of boobs. So whenever there's a man-ass, there's usually a naked woman to go along with it. So there's just basically a lot of nudity in the film, which is good. That's that'll put the meat in the seats, as they say. And everyone's... Well, that's the thing, is everyone's hot. Everyone is unrealistically, unbelievably hot. The men, whatever. They're sculpted. It's just, insane. The women, again, are perfect. Again, it's a Hollywood movie, so everyone is looking very well. And yeah, they're nude a lot. Let's see. The movie stars Channing Tatum. And this is basically kind of his story. I think he has a lot of passion in it. I think this is probably his best performance. I've never been blown away by Channing Tatum before. I thought he was really funny in 21 Jump Street, but before that, it was just I didn't even have him on my radar. He has had a very big year this year. He had some romantic Hallmark, movie at the beginning of the year. I can't remember what that name was. It's something I would never see. And then he had 21 Jump Street, and now he has Magic Mike. He's had a big year. Anyway, he started his career as a male stripper, as a dancer. And this is basically his story. It was written by, I was really trying to remember the name, because I thought it was a woman, but I'm not entirely certain. I could be way off on that. I probably am. But it was produced by Channing Tatum and the writer, which I thought is... I always find it interesting when the writer of the film is also a producer, because I think that gives a little bit more control to the writer, keeping it, more honed to a singular vision, or at least a singular statement, maybe not vision. Because there's just definitely... This is a Steven Soderbergh film. But, okay, so the writer also produced it with Channing Tatum. I think that they kind of wrote it together, or at least, transcribed his life. So this is a very personal project for Channing Tatum, and again, I think that reflects in his work and his passion. It also stars, Matthew McConaughey. One of his best performances, hands down. I'm not saying he has to do any acting at all. It just seems like he has to be Matthew McConaughey and just be constantly on edge. He doesn't really have to do anything but be intense, and of course be hot. But just be intense, and even the mocking, standard, well, all right, that standard Matthew McConaughey impression that everyone does, he does. So it's almost like he's doing a enhanced impression of himself. But I'll tell you what, he makes it incredibly enjoyable. Without even seeing him, you laugh at his stuff, because he's just always going, he's always at 10. He's set on 10, and he never drops. And it's just kind of, mesmerizing to watch, because he's just all in. He's all in, and that makes for a good performance. Let's see, who else is in there? Kevin Nash, the wrestler, is in it. Let's see, there was a lady, the main girl, Alex Pettyfer is in it, and I know him just from I didn't see it, but I Am Number 4. I remember him from that, and I know he was in something else, but anyway, Alex Pettyfer is in it. He's kind of the young guy. He's the secondary character. At first you think the film is going to be focused on him more, but then it switches to Tatum. Anyway, he has a sister. That sister is beautiful, and she did a great job. She kind of stole the show for me, besides McConaughey. She definitely gave the best performance in the film, the most layered performance. She had to do all the heavy lifting, I would say. Though Tatum's performance and character also really well-rounded, fleshed out. Again, his best performance. But this girl, it was driving me nuts the whole film. I recognized her. I even thought I knew her name, but I never got it. I could never place her. When I read her name on the credits, I was just like, well, I don't really know that name. So I don't know what the deal is, but I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was great in the film, and I don't know. I want to see more of her. I really liked her. Who else is in there? I think I hit the big ones. I can't remember his name. He's from True Blood. His character name, I think, was Big Dick Dan, which is funny. The film was good. The problem I had with the film is that was mainly about the ending. This is a story that you've seen before. There's really nothing new here. It's a pretty standard dangers of success. Success on the stage, being in front of people. There's certain pitfalls to that. Again, I'm not telling you anything, and this film doesn't really tell you anything new in terms of that. The higher you climb, the more dangerous to everything around you, becomes. But it seemed like it was melodramatic. A lot of situations presented themselves and were very intense, big, life-changing moments, and they all seemed to be very easily rectified, very easily solved, and then just moved on to the next melodramatic situation. And it seemed like you could almost make entire films off of subplots to this. And the ending left me cold. I mean, there's no other way around it. It just seemed almost like a Deus Ex Machina, like the Hand of God ending, in that, things seem to be going bad. There was some tilt, some creeping darkness that you thought, oh, well, something's gonna the shit's about to hit the fan, and in a way we don't really see coming. And then the movie's over with a happy ending. It's just again, a standard Hollywood happy ending out of nowhere. And I felt kind of cheated in a way. I thought that there was a lot going on, and then it just said, well, okay, but here's what you should care about, and here's the ending, and then try and forget everything else we brought up. So it was just okay. It was is the movie over? I mean, the credits are rolling, but I don't really feel satisfied. So that's my beef. That's my beef. But gorgeously directed, well shot, as anything you would imagine Steven Soderbergh would do. Well acted. I think I wish I could remember the girl's name. I thought she was fantastic in it. I think we'll be seeing a lot more from her. I think this, in terms of Matthew McConaughey, I think this goes with one of his great performances. You could easily put it next to Dazed and Confused and The Time to Kill. just, just the story. Well, I mean, and really just the ending. The dancing was really intense. Channing Tatum is a hell of a dancer, hell of a showman. All the dancing was really well done, well choreographed. I felt like I got a glimpse into this world, this world that I have nothing in common with. So whatever, it made me feel like an outsider, a tourist in this world. So I definitely felt welcomed, brought in, and shown something that I would never get to experience. So it was okay. It just seemed to me melodramatic without any payoff. It was like drama, 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 and then done, and new drama, 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 drama. And then the end of the movie with a happy ending. It was just like, what? Happy ending? I think it could have, pardon the pun, I think it could have had more balls. It could have had more balls. Maybe I should mention this. I can't get over it, really. So I guess I have to mention it. Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn is, I don't know if she's still doing it, but I've seen her. She was a Daily Show correspondent. Gorgeous brunette, funny, sassy. She is in the film, and she's nude, like twice, and it was awesome. I was like, what? I just couldn't believe it. So if you know Olivia Munn from The Daily Show, gorgeous, hilarious girl, she's, like a sex kitten. And it was, she was awesome. I mean, she's not a good person. She has kind of a villainous role. Women are both the heroes and the villains of this story, which is, at least in my opinion, true to life. So I don't know. I was just kind of shocked that I never pictured her getting nude and banging Channing Tatum on the big screen. So good stuff for her. I guess that's about it. I'm pretty much done. Quality watch. Again, there's nothing inside of me that makes me want to see this film again. I'm glad I saw it on the big screen, as I am about all films. The theatrical experience with all the ladies in the audience, again, made up for half the fun. They were pretty rowdy. I enjoyed it, and the way that just every single one of them stared at me as I walked into the theater. That was worth the price of admission, I'll tell you what. So there you go. That's Magic Mike. I'll give it a solid 6. Quality watch. Thanks.